Dukes of Weebdom!
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 49. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 49 episodes.
How's your week, sir?
It was good. It was good. We're back at it. You know, there's no wild strawberries. The only one that was.
Yeah,
not.
but that should be its off week, too, because we got a Shojo Null.
Yes, we did. Which I guess, you know, you said. So, this is the first Shojo Null chapter that I enjoyed in a very long time. Not even gonna lie to you.
Just gotta roll my eyes at it. The action was good, but just gotta roll my eyes at it.
Oh, I was... Alright, hold on. I took a screenshot of something. Let me open this. I'm not prepared. Some bullshit. Oh, yeah. So, this dude, right? The buff guy in the Hound.
With the arm extensions.
Yeah. What is the point of this? Because, reminder, that both of the main characters are, like, 12. But that's not all. He also has a neural transplant to make him sexually aroused when he throws a punch.
I took a screenshot and even cropped it to just that.
I circled it in my screenshot. Why?
Yeah, it's a bit much. All he thinks about is beating his opponents.
Oh, and then the next one I took is when the girl leader of this group was like, "There's mad dudes here. Arousal dude just got his fucking head cut off.
I'll take you on one-on-one."
Yeah, and look at a little straight face, line face I made. It's like, why would you do that? You just saw her no diff your dude
head,
and then you know just fucking decide that you're gonna 1v1 them. It's like you're gonna lose. Like, what is wrong with you? Where are your brains?
They don't have brains. Every villain is cartoonishly evil.
Yes. And this next part, so the latter half of the chapter is what I enjoyed. The first half was just like typical shoujo no bullshit.
Yeah.
But so this is going to be put a pin in this because it's going to come up again later. But not for shoujo no, something else. So all you gotta do to keep me interested is introduce potential new cute anime girls. But I'm like, who the fuck is this that he's like, I'd hope at least to get to say goodbye to who? Who the fuck is this? His sister? He doesn't have a sister.
No.
Just some bitch.
Did he? I don't even remember anymore if he ever was at a school. I feel like he did maybe spend like part of the first chapter at school
So
before he
maybe
found her.
Maybe we have seen whoever this is. But I was like, oh, hey. Cute anime girl. But then, I liked the car thing. That was kind of cool at the beginning.
Yeah.
But what I really liked
yeah.
is this car thing.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
On the very last page.
I just don't like the dude, though. That's some nice passion.
Yeah, no, I don't care for him either. But the dude's got a boss-ass car made of
the part that breaks my heart the most is, though, is that the art's still really good.
It is, yes. It is very good. But I don't know, it's like I've been bitching at Shoujo Null for the past, like, what, 4 chapters? It's been a slog fest for me.
4 chapters?
Yeah, that's 4 chapters is 2 months.
I feel like it's been like 10 chapters has been a slog.
I don't know. Maybe, well, because 4 chapters ago is chapter 12, right?
Yeah.
So maybe chapter 10. So I'll give you 6 chapters. I don't think it's been 10 all the way back to chapter 4. I think
getting to the place where they were huffing Gijin, it's been dragging from there.
Yeah. That the one where they... Yeah, when
she first discovers their onward.
Yeah, when the Gijin were in the machines and then
getting ground up, yeah.
Ecstasy better than any drug or whatever. It's like, okay. Where do you go from there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your shock value is like
to the underworld, which I'm sure we're going to be seeing another tour of fucked up shit when we get there. By the way.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like how much more fucked up. It's like the super weird tie-in, but Rammstein, the lead singer of Rammstein, said in an interview one time too, because they're all talking, the shock metal genre of people that do crazy stuff on stage.
Yeah.
And like Kiss really started, Kiss was one. Slipknot kind of falls into it. People said and Rammstein does that shit, because I don't know if you've ever seen Rammstein live videos, but they go wild. And the interviewer was talking and asked him, what would you think a band would have to do now on stage to bring back some shock value? And he's like, cut off your own arm. It's like, there's nothing else to do. Everything's been done.
Yeah.
People have gone to the extreme, and there's no really more extreme you can go without crossing the legality line. But in this,
you could argue some have already crossed that line just on accident, like Ozzy biting the head off of what he thought wasn't a real bird. I forget what kind of bird. It was him or Cooper bit the head off of
Ozzy. Yeah,
and they didn't know, supposedly, that it was a live animal.
Because I thought he did it twice. Because I thought he did it to a bat too.
Yeah, you're right. I think they both might have done it.
Maybe, but in Shojo, no. What I'm saying is they're just bringing all this horrible shit that keeps happening to the Gijin, and I think he's gone too far too fast.
I think that the same is true with the villains. When he started out with fucking, when you're a cop, you can just get away with everything.
Yes, it's and first off,
everything's up to 11 a little too much.
Yeah. And so what I'm trying to say is, in the future, 10, 15 chapters from now, we're just going to be getting the same kind of stuff. You know what I mean? There's no way to raise the stakes.
I sit on a chair of Gijin while I watch a conveyor belt made of Gijin have products on top of it manufactured.
Because, we can all see... I can see where it's going. It's Gijin are just people. I can already feel it. I just know...
Especially with that revelation where the evil cop man was being like, would this have actually done something to her brain chip? And the other chick's like, no, that wouldn't have done something to her brain chip.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting here and be like, okay, yeah, so Gijin were originally people that were modified, most likely. That's going to be what's going to happen. That
was a horrible implication for the druggies.
Yeah. You huffing people.
Oh, horrible.
But that's just what I feel is the big shock value that's not going to be shocking. It's what else is it going to be? You know what I mean? Unless you pull some fast one that Gijin are the true life forms and humans were the ones that were manufactured.
Made them. The world ended and they rebirthed humanity, and then humanity enslaved them.
Right? Or just the whole thing. It's Gijin were first and then they made humanity and humanity enslaved them. Some bullshit. I don't know. So I'm like, you know what I mean? So that it's going to get predictable.
If not predictable, boring.
Yes. Now, you could do this, what they're doing, if it was more spread out, or a slower pace, because we're only 16 chapters in, and it's okay, you got a crazy cop that does drugs and abuses the fuck out of his position. Then you also introduce the quiet, calm detective that seems to be the more down-to-earth guy. But then you find out that he was the drug supplier for that.
And just crazy also.
Also
abusing his power and position.
Yes. Then, the first people you, meet, the kids, the online, the YouTubers.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. That was so cringe. Never mind. This has been dragging for a while.
And then they do that shit, and she kills them. Right? It's oh, shit, she just killed kids. Did she kill all of them or just the one or two?
I think she killed all of them. I don't remember, though.
I don't remember either. But definitely killed some of them because they hit her with a chainsaw at some point, too. And it's and then the underbelly of people that are backed by the police that do the drugs, and then you got the dude that puts on the play that just murders Gijin on stage. Now you're gonna go to some underbelly that's all Gijin run. You know what I mean? So it's how else can you torment these? And the Hound Squad are just all psychopaths. It's like, how much more psychopathy can you get? You can't.
It started to hit the point where I can't relate to anybody here. It doesn't feel like a world.
Yeah.
Cartoonish.
Just on the extreme psychopathic, gratuitous violence and drug use side.
They took the wrong lessons from Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know. It like I said, the second half of the chapter kind of got me intrigued just because the car scene was cool and it's like, oh, introducing a new character that maybe might add something to the story. You know what I mean?
I still like the hacker person.
The hacker person who
Mimizuka
sounds cool. Raiha, right? That's
I
his
still
name?
like the main character.
Raiha
actually.
seems to be still down to earth, so that's good. And the main Gijin girl is just like split personality.
I want to know more about the mysteries, but I don't hate her either yet, to be honest.
No, I mean, it's just like she's either like super cute mode or like super anime cute girl mode or like edgy murderbot mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, she's got two modes. Switch on, switch off. That's it.
All it's going to take is one really bad cringe one-liner away from me not liking her.
I could see it happening.
I could absolutely see it happening. She hasn't done it yet, but I could see it happening.
I could see her dropping a one-liner.
With how many times there's a badass shot of her in front of her victims being chopped up.
Yeah. Could go bad. So Gokurakugai is postponed.
Yeah.
Until April.
Big sad.
We did mention it for like, I didn't even timestamp it in the thing because we literally talked about it for maybe 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I had mentioned that I was worried that it didn't have an update, but haven't seen anything, and I did a quick Google search of it, and it didn't say anything. So that announcement you showed me earlier today about it being postponed or on hiatus until the April release.
March, thank God. March.
March? I thought it
was March 4th.
I thought it was... I don't know. Let's see what your photo said. Yeah, April's issue, which will be on March 4th. Okay, yeah. Why is April's issue comes out on March 4th? That's weird. Is that just how they date their stuff? Yeah. Like a 1 month ahead? Kind of like how cars are like 1 year ahead?
Or maybe that's when their magazine comes out and they're just like changing it to fit like the hiatus problem.
Anyway, but so that's good then. We just have to wait 1 month. So not as bad, but I would have cried so hard if it got canceled because...
Me too. That's why I was like, I saw it lined up differently in the app and I had to go check for you at least. I mean, I also would have been very sad, but I know you would have been devastated.
Of all of the 20 chapters and under new mangas that are out, so like the Wild Strawberry, Shojo no, Kagura Bachi, Gokurakugai, Shadow Eliminators.
I still didn't finish that chapter, but continue, go off.
And this,
I think that's everything.
Gokurakugai is the one that
Kagura Bachi.
I'm like in it. I mean, Kagura Bachi's like.
Oh no, and I'm still in
Gokurakugai
too. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick one of them, Kagura Bachi.
Rokuhiro. No, Kagura Bachi is like that last chapter of the law dumps really helped it, but I don't know. It sucks too that Gokurakugai has less chapters to it, but I mean at the same time though, more pages per chapter. So
you would have to like double what their chapter count is.
But I'm so in it. I love the character designs, the characters themselves. It's just I'm in it to win it.
I love Miss Tao.
Yeah, Miss Tao's awesome. And like, come on with that cliffhanger in the last chapter with her brother and fucking. Oh my god, I forgot his name. main character.
Oh no.
It has been like 3 months since we've read a chapter.
No, I'm not going to get it. I tried thinking, but I can't.
Right now. I'm going for it.
Man, I don't know any of their names besides Miss Tao.
It doesn't help that we read it
Monthly,
yeah. They don't even mention his name at the end. Well, her brother's name is Jin. It's something because Maga is the people. He has it's a really short name. I remember it's like I can like almost half picture it in my
mind's eye.
Yeah, my mind's eye. Oh my god. Da, 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 da. I feel so bad. I'm trying. It's like,
I'm trying to find
I'm
it
in
too,
chapter 1 scrolling through.
I'm also in chapter 1.
I can't find it. Miss Tao's name has come up like 3 times, I swear. He's got a weird name. I remember that.
Alma.
There. Yeah, see? Weird name. What did I tell you?
I almost passed it by.
I did pass it by, that's for damn sure. I apologize for...
Sorry for the delay. We had to know.
I more apologize for my own behavior just now, being like, oh yeah, Gokurakugai is my favorite one of them. But I don't remember the main characters.
Name 2 more characters.
Jin and Miss Tao. Don't ask me for anyone else beyond that. No way I'm pulling anything out of my ass for that one. We did have a Kagura Bachi, didn't we? I did read it, didn't I? I did. Did I? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. I remember now. It was just some dude reliving all of his moments that just Chihiro happened to be involved with. Hakuri Sazanami. Hakuri
Which they're
Sazanami.
already shipping with Chihiro on Twitter. Also, I wouldn't have noticed this and absolutely didn't notice this until someone on Twitter said it. This color page, no line art. 0 line art.
Hold on, let me get to it. Yeah, so it looks
That's
like
insane.
It looks kind of like when you zoom in on it. I mean, not very. I don't know how. Like, this is probably style. It almost looks like, especially when you like come in on this area of the trees and stuff. It looks like blotched, like almost like it's like a painted, like on a canvas or something. That's pretty dope.
It's fucking awesome.
I worry for this guy though that maybe it was the prune juice he's drinking because he just like looked like It's like, is that blood? What happened to him? But it was kind of just a chapter. Nothing really that happened.
It's just setting up the next arc, really. It's
Yeah.
introducing us to someone who might be connected to the auction finally.
Well,
and
definitely.
Chihiro being badass. Come on.
Yeah, well, because this guy's connected, a family member of the family they're trying to infiltrate, so there's that.
My boy looking sick.
Chihiro? Yeah.
Yeah.
All healed up. Oh, I forgot to look. Does he have both his arms? Was I right?
Oh, he definitely has both his arms.
I didn't think, well, conveniently the first page double spread thing doesn't show his body that way.
I was like that flashback to what Mr. Shiba was fucking doing.
He might not, dude. Because this panel here, it's just, he's got the one hand on the sword and see the sleeve is just kind of flowing in the wind.
I have to believe he still has it, though. They were still with Char.
And all of
Oh,
the
no,
other...
he has it right here.
Where?
Oh, no, but that's a flashback to the Shojo fight. Yeah.
We're going to have to pay more attention in the next chapter or whatever, but... That'd be... I mean, I'm for it, like, because in the sense that... I don't want to say that can't handicap... It kind of handicaps them. Yeah.
It does this early in the story, too.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen with main characters, you know what I mean? So I think that's a
body at any point after that either.
Yeah, I think it's a cool mix-up if you want to have a main character that lost his arm in the first fight, like major fight that he has of the series. You know what I mean?
Actually, you're right. Even when he's like sitting down in the chair, it kind of looks like
it's conveniently not showing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait until next week to really
find out.
Can't watch him not even be in next week's chapter.
It's the Mr. Shiba chapter I finally asked for.
Well, we actually got that because it shows in this
I know.
chapter.
No, I meant like next time will be like, let's follow Mr. Shiba all chapter long.
But we did finally get to see what he did. Or
I was so happy. I was like, yes.
In the, which makes sense too, because it's like, why would Shojo sell the other katana? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with how obsessed he was with Cloud Gouger. There's just no way he would sell off another sword. So there's got to be someone working behind Shojo.
It almost sounded like they set him up to be bait too.
Which, especially based on what we noticed last time, doesn't make any sense because it's like Shojo didn't give off the vibes that he was there the day his dad, Chihiro, died. And
no, because he
was Chihiro there or was Chihiro not there? He came back.
I think he was there because I think he saw. Like,
oh yeah, because his face got—that's where he got his scar from.
Or I think he saw like a brand on one of them too, or something.
Right. So you would think he would kind of recognize Shojo, or Shojo may recognize him, or Shojo would realize that there was a kid there, so that Rokuhira had a kid. You know,
I think Shojo was just 100% bait. Like they gave him the sword,
which is again
to attract attention to see if anyone's biting at that.
Which, I mean, maybe Cloud Gouger is the weakest of the seven.
You think they wouldn't give away the only one they could use, though?
That's what I'm saying, because you can't use the other one. So why? How did Shojo get a hold of it? Was it negligence on these people's parts that were the ones that stole him in the first place, or was he, like you're saying, bait? But if he is, that's weird ass bait. Your bait is the sword that's being auctioned off. That's the bait.
Well, that's why if they wanted to see if anyone's investigating them, though, you know what I mean?
Or, side note here, because Shojo's so obsessed with getting one of those swords, he killed the dude that had it previously.
That's also possible,
because it's been what was the time skip frame of when his dad died? It was some kind of time skip.
It was definitely years.
Yeah. Just looking at Chihiro based on his past to what he looks like now. So maybe in that time frame, Shojo killed the dude who took part in the raid to steal the swords so that he could then have it.
Because he's also, we never really got to see any of it, but he was still a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Like you noted, the person at the fucking bathhouse was holding his sword at the front counter, and he still killed people inside.
So, she's dead, and yet still there's a lingering question for him about how did he get the sword. Maybe it'll be answered, maybe not. I'm getting total fucking early Greed Island vibes from this, though.
I was getting, what is it? Yeah, early Greed Island, late York New.
Well, yeah.
Okay, Sarah, because they went to York New to go to the auction.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the vibes I'm getting, like auction house.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's why it was
like,
at the top of my head.
Yeah.
Especially with them trying to steal it before it's even auctioned, because that was exactly what the fandom troop wanted, because they had Cortopi, so they could literally copy it, leave the copy, take the original.
I do wonder with Cortopi if copying Greed Island, if the copy would work.
That's a good point, too.
Because does Cortopi copies a physical replica of it, but you need the Nen activation of the Greed Island to then transport you to the physical island.
Should have given me more Cortopi screen time while he coulda.
Hisoka took that away from me real quick.
Oh, yeah, and that means Chrollo won't have it anymore, too. Big sad.
You know, I get some more thoughts. It's just kind of side tangent here, but let's roll with it. Hunter x Hunter, because you mentioned Chrollo, we talked about Hisoka and them, about their fight, and how Chrollo basically grabbed the abilities he thought best suited him to fight Hisoka in that moment where they were, based on the environment. And people kind of want to say that Chrollo would lose round 2. And I'm like, I don't think he would.
First of all, it's not even his whole bag. Yeah, that was his best strategy against Hisoka.
At the moment, but it's like now, Hisoka literally left the dude a sign saying, I've just killed three of you dudes?
2 of them so far.
You just killed
Cortopi and Shalnak.
Yeah.
Which were the 2 that definitely gave abilities to Chrollo for their fight.
Well, definitely Shalnak, because Shalnak, he used...
Oh, Cortopi, too. He was copying people and using the pins to control certain people and
turning them into bombs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because that's all of what I've read from Hunter x Hunter. I've read that fight.
That fight's so good. That fight is so damn good. Because Chrollo even tells him up front, too. He's like, here, I'm going to explain all the abilities I took to fight you.
But, I mean, even Hisoka, man, the use of his ability in that fight was fucking... Like how he had, the whole time, he had the one tether to the ceiling to pull himself out. But, so he kills Shalnak and sets his body up on a swing. And with Cortopi's head in Shalnak's lap.
Yeah, because I think Cortopi went to the bathroom, died, Shalnak went to check on him. Dead.
Yeah. Because, what's her name?
Oh, man.
The girl that is, like, kind of sort of friends with Hisoka.
Yeah.
And he let her go. And says, you know, this is the last time. If I see you again, no, I'll kill you. Something like that.
If I see any spider, I'll kill them.
Yeah. Hisoka's fucked up, though. I mean, because he's using bungee gum to change his appearance. But he's still missing a foot, an arm, and half his face.
Yeah, he was fucking jacked up.
So he's using his bungee gum sheet or whatever.
Texture surprise.
Yeah, to like cover it up. But it's like, I think of like Aokiji in One Piece, the Ice Admiral.
Yeah.
He uses his ice abilities to
cover his burn spots.
And a missing foot.
Oh, God.
And arm. I think he's missing a hand. And like from like the knee down of one of his legs.
I think he does have a good shot against Chrollo, but again, it's hard to say that when we don't know Chrollo's whole bag.
No, but also like I'm trying to say it too, with the signage that he left, now Chrollo is going to walk around everywhere with the bag to beat Hisoka.
Oh yeah, Chrollo's pissed too.
I didn't actually see any of his reaction to it, so.
They're on the spiders are on the boat because they had the hint that Hisoka might be there, and they're there to kill him.
Yeah. But I'll say there's 3 spiders that could potentially, with the third one being a hard maybe, beat Chrollo. I think all of the rest get no dift. So I think Phaeton has a good chance. Because Phaeton, I mean, his fucking shit is...
Plus, if he gets hit with a lot of damage, he could make a gigantic attack off of that damage. So.
Yeah, and... I mean, Phaeton's fast as fuck, too.
Yeah.
So, Hisoka doesn't have any big... Like, he's got tricks and stuff, but he doesn't have, like, big, heavy-hitting attacks to, like, one-shot Phaeton.
Yeah.
So, it would be a weird... throw him up fight, you know what I mean? But also Phaeton kind of just always takes damage for that thing. Like So it's like...
That'll be part of his goal, but he also has to be careful because if Hisoka's not fucking around. He's not going to be throwing some fun punches here. He's going to be trying to slit your throat with his nails.
And Hisoka knows what most, if not all, of their abilities are.
Except for the newbies. Jupiter Man and Kaluta.
Yeah, I mean...
And technically right now...
Kalua's sister.
Well, yeah, that's Kaluta, but also...
Is Jupiter Man the dude with the holes?
Illumi is with the spiders. He's not technically a spider, but he's with them for the hunt for Hisoka.
Yeah, but I mean, he's with Hisoka. Yeah.
He's
with Hisoka.
I was so under the conspiracy that he was actually Hisoka in disguise, but...
No, because if he
it's already
was...
disproven now, too.
Well, because I feel like if he was too, you'd be seeing any spider that left the group would just start dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I think Krylov still beats him because, like I say, we don't know his bag, and he's just walking around now with all of the best abilities in that book.
So who's your third?
Nobunaga. But that's
I didn't feel you'd say Nobunaga.
That's the hard maybe. Because we really haven't seen him do much. But
I've seen him cut a wall.
He's also just like, of all of the spiders, like, you know, Shalnak, Kortopi, the strings doctor girl, or whatever... the vacuum cleaner girl, none of them scream super strong people.
I was waiting for still one more I was waiting for.
The dude that...
Yes! Sphinx, man. Sphinx is a boss.
Yeah, but he's got to stand there. Because here's the thing.
Not technically stand there, you can move.
Dude, here's the exact... One Piece has literally the exact same thing that people say. Because they're like, oh, with prep time. Because people like to say that. What's his name? He's a king, too. We were just talking about him. Fuck. I just watched a video with people mention him this morning. He's got called the King's Punch or something like that. And he can charge it up and, like, wind it. Kind of like what Finks does. But it's literally stated by the narrator that it's so strong that it could knock out a Yonko in the show. And it's like Yonko is the peak of power. But the problem is it takes so long to charge up that he'd be beaten before that. Same thing with Shalnak. Hisoka's not going to... He knows that. He's not going to sit there and let the dude wind his fucking shoulder a million...
He can still move while he's doing it. Like, he can dodge around. And how many... Like, he was using that against one of the Chimera Ants. How many would he actually have to logically do to actually kill Hisoka?
But then you also have to land the punch,
That's the bigger problem. That is granted the much bigger problem.
So I think that Kalua's sister would probably be all right because she's a new member of the thing. So
we still really know what she can do either.
No, I just don't think Hisoka would really go after her because of Illumi. You know what I mean? He'd be like, I don't think he'd fuck with Illumi.
I think he just doesn't have the built up like hatred.
Yeah, because she's a new member. He just doesn't have anything against her. He has it against the OG.
The existing spiders.
Have we seen Hisoka meet up with Kurapika on the boat and team up at all?
The only person that's interacted with Hisoka is a character introduced in the boat.
Well, at least it's known for a fact he's on the boat.
Yeah, he's definitely on the boat with no makeup on. With his hair completely down, not done up at all.
So like how we saw him on Greed Island.
Yeah, he's just walking around it like that, and one person like spots him out, joins him in a movie theater, is like, hey... I know you're here to kill all the spiders, but the spiders are doing something really good for me right now. Could you possibly just wait a little while before starting your shit with them? If you may, not to tell you what to do. So it's just like acceptable conditions.
What's the spiders doing for him?
There's like a mafia war in the bottom floors that are funded by some of the princes on the top floors just own mafias, and those mafias are fighting because they're all on the same boat. And one of them kind of like hired the spiders to try to weed out another one of them. Oh. One of those, the ones they're trying to weed out, are just giving Nen powers to civilians and having them like pretty much turn into terrorists. Their whole goal is they get a Nen power that levels up as they kill people. So they're just out there to kill people. So that's why one mafia is just like, hey, let's take these guys out, please. Let's go find their headquarters.
I find that would be a bad power to give out because eventually that person's going to get stronger than you are.
Yeah, they're like a cult though. They're like fanatics for it.
Yeah.
They're even using their powers in tandem to like get victims. Like there was one person that like makes portals, so they'll like kidnap someone on the boat, bring them to their base, and be like, "It's your turn to level up." Like
all of them get leveled up by killing people.
No, it's individual, but it's like I got the last one, so it's your turn. Here you go. No. Yeah, it's not just the leader; it's each individual person that's given an end power.
Gets
people, like gets stronger by killing people.
I thought it was just one dude that had that power of strong. More he kills, the stronger he gets. That's
so it's just like a proliferating problem as she gives more and more to.
I mean, it's a large boat, but you're gonna run out of people eventually.
Yeah, and they're out to kill anybody too. They're not here just to fight the other mafias. They'll just take whatever civilian they can get their hands on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, because like. Jupiter Man's the dude that has like the holes, is like the flute body, right?
Yeah.
I don't see him doing anything to Hisoka.
Granted, that attack was really good, but it doesn't help he was fighting a Chimera Ant.
And not very strong Chimera Ants either.
No. Though I think they were like captain level, weren't they?
Kinda. I mean, yeah, they were like... Well, not really, because all the ones they were all fighting, the only one was the one Phaeton fought. The girl one, the leader.
Yeah.
All the rest were kind of just... Like, Vacuum Cleaner Girl fought a spider with a fucking giant anus that shot webs. Remember, it got all, like, poofy when it shot the webs. It was, like, stupid. It's like, what? This is the Phantom Troop, and you're having them fight these guys? What the fuck is going on
You could write them to be stronger, please.
But I just don't see... One... Togashi getting to the point where this is going to happen anyway.
No.
Because there's so much shit more to happen in Hunter x Hunter. I'm not optimistic that Hunter x Hunter is ever going to get finished.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't that. It was, I looked up what Chimera Ant Finks fought, and it's this monstrosity.
Yeah, it's a four-armed gorilla.
My one twisty arm's better.
Because...
Yeah.
It's just Hisoka and the spiders, the mafia people with the Nen beasts, the mafia thing.
Yeah, the mafia
the
people,
Nen
then
beasts,
the princes with the Nen beasts.
Then fucking Beyond Netero and anything and everything that happens on the fucking the Dark Continent. Then you have whatever's happened with Pariston and Jing. This is too much still left to happen, and this dude's putting out a chapter a year.
If this was his goal, he should have hyper-focused on finishing Kurapika's story. Like, if that was the goal, that's the person we're seeing the story through most of the time, because Kurapika's not on the bottom floor, so it's not like we're seeing that story through Kurapika's eyes. That's just all, let's see what the spiders are up to.
Didn't you say Leorio is on the boat, too?
Yes, because he's one of the... Him and Kurapika are both... Zodiacs now.
That angers me. Really bad, because the Zodiacs are supposed to be like the 12 strongest fucking Nen users, and just
I'm pretty sure on that one. I'm like,
Leorio is nowhere near that, and I would argue neither is Kurapika, because Kurapika is useful against 8 people and nobody else.
He's not doing a bad job. He's not at fighting.
I mean, I was already disappointed with 90% of the Zodiacs anyway. Pariston and Jing are like the only good ones. I didn't like the whole animal thing. Like the dude that's just walking around that's just got a fucking cow suit on.
It's like affirmative action. Not really. Wrong term, but it's like for marketing than anything. Like after he punched Jing in front of everyone, they're like, the people really like you. If we put you on the Zodiacs, it'll give us some favor back.
I'm gonna kill myself. Like hardcore. I do hope that Hunter x Hunter goes long enough so that at least we can see Jing fight one time, because he's been hyped up.
Beat a random person with Leorio's technique. That's not really like...
I want to, like, a serious fight to, like, demonstrate how strong he is. Or maybe he just trounces someone that we know is, like, uber strong and, like, wow, you just got, like, manhandled by Jing.
We could hope. I just hope they finish Kurapika's story.
Well, I mean, his story just ends when he gets all of the eyes right? And he's missing how many? You said
literally like one pair, which are on the boat.
In whose hands?
Saradnik's.
Oh, the one guy you wouldn't want, because based on what I've said from him, he's
the
like
murder painter.
He's the one that sees the future, right?
Yes, he's the super crazy guy. We're introduced to him through him murdering an innocent woman.
Does he enjoy having these eyes, or you think he would just be like, yeah, whatever, you can have them?
No, he enjoys having them. He's like a body parts collector.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Those are like the body parts to have, apparently. Fucking, I hate Kurapika, I'm sorry.
No, I'm so digging it, though. I actually really like the whole politics and investigating of the whole Prince arc and stuff.
You say that, but then it took you 3 months to read one chapter because of how much politics
that one
bullshit
chapter
was
is in the bottom floors with these goddamn spiders. This is what I mean. My problem is the bottom floor has like nothing to do with the top besides the mafia fund is being funded by the princes. But really,
it's literally just as I said every time. Togashi wanted to go to the Dark Continent, but he's like, I have so many loose threads on the main world continent, so I'm just gonna put all of those loose threads on top of the boat and spend the next 12 years IRL time on this boat.
It kills me. I wish they took the same approach with the spiders that they did with Beyond Netero and Jing. Just put them in a corner for now. Let this be Kurapika's arc on the boat, and then do their thing when people get off the fucking boat.
Hunter x Hunter 2011 happened in the time frame that he's been on this boat. That's why there's no more. It actually breaks
my heart that started in 2011.
Yeah.
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 I caught up to that when there was like 4 episodes left to air, or so, or I like. Or like just, I don't remember if it was like I caught maybe 1 or 2 weekly before it ended, or it was like had just ended a few weeks before I caught up or something.
So good it made me read 40 chapters of a manga where like 3 of them were good.
Savage.
Maybe 4 or 5. Again, I do really like the Kurapika stuff and the Prince stuff.
And the Hisoka stuff. Versus
that was like versus Cruella. I thought you meant Hisoka on the boat, because I was about to say that's like 5 pages worth of material.
Yeah, like
Hisoka's been on like 5 pages
before the boat.
Yeah. God, the lead up to the boat though is the absolute fucking worst, I will say.
Oh, I can only
hearing
imagine.
all the newscasters talk about things about the boat, and then the different parties that'll be on the boat talking about their plans for being on the boat. Hearing Jing try to like bribe 5 different people, and then talk about like the politics of bribing or not. It was so bad. So bad. I'll give you this money to let me in your organization 1 spot above Pariston. We could have all the same responsibilities as before. I just want to be officially above Pariston. But if I take that money, I'll put it towards the military, so I'll do it. I'm not taking your money on principle. I don't care. It was like a whole chapter of just talking about if people will take Jing's money or not.
That's... I can see why you would hate that. Table flip.
Infuriatingly slow.
Oh my god. I could not. Could not.
I think it's all another fully emblematic moment is Nobunaga's one time to do something on the boat was like taking a whole chapter to be like, if I go through the door might be a portal, but the door in the back there goes to
it took him an entire
through a wall.
It took him an entire chapter to decide to go
through a door. They were literally just
door.
like mathing whether doors or certain walls were going to be portals or not. I get the logic,
my God.
but it takes like a whole fucking chapter to math out one dude's nen power. One unnamed character's nen power.
Fuck off.
That was just one of the dudes that was given a power from one of the mafias.
Cool. So I will not be reading Hunter x Hunter.
No. Nope. Don't recommend.
Cool. I'll take that non-recommendation.
Did you read your Sakamoto, sir?
I did.
Good.
I loved that date.
I knew you would. The date chapter was like peak.
I loved like the over the top, just like, I don't care about realism. I'm just making a fun manga.
Yeah, it's like,
because like he's just like, I mean, so at the end of the chapter, we're just gonna skip around here, but he just like throws her skyscraper high over this fucking bridge, beats the shit out of like 30 dudes before she lands and he catches her. I did like though, because it's like, I do like that she's aware of his past. It's not
they don't just
hide
like
from her.
Yeah, she
like he tries to hide
it.
the fact that at the beginning of the date, when it turns out the entire boat is there to kill him, he tries hiding that's happening because he's like, I'm not
doesn't
trying
want to upset her or ruin the date.
Yeah, but eventually he can't hide it anymore, and she accepts him for that, and then they just like,
it was so
just
cute.
sweet.
It was great.
Nice. It was good. And then the setup chapter after that with
Lou? I think her name is.
Yeah, and Wang?
Yeah, I don't remember that guy's name.
Tang? I just remember, I was like, is this Wu-Tang? But her creepy.
Yes.
Very creepy.
Super creepy.
Servant person, but not of her choice.
Oh yeah, now we're doing a gambling arc.
Oh,
I totally forgot.
And he's got fucking 3 million yen off the rip.
Oh, speaking of that realism, catching a bullet with a fork.
Oh yeah.
Mwah.
Even more so, the true realism. Where'd he get that fork? Because he already used a fork to hold up the chandelier. How do you have 2 forks, Mr. Sakamoto? It's probably the salad fork and the dining fork.
Yeah.
But, and then, I love how he twisted the dude's hair out and put it on the plate and then smacked him away. And then when she looked, she's like, oh, what's that? And he's like, squid ink pasta. It's like, oh no, what if she tried to taste it? What would you do then? It's hairy.
My pasta's thin, sir. Good, now I can read more Sakamoto.
Yes. It's just so good.
It is so good.
That needs an anime. That would boost.
Overdue.
We were talking about it. Did we talk about it on the podcast or off? Or were we just saying that like Yeah, we did talk about it last week. Sakamoto, man, getting an anime would just boost the sales.
Yeah, because I mentioned that it'd be like Blue Lock, where all that backlog is all gonna sell more.
Because, I mean, I'm really interested. I mean, it's the beginning of the year, but I'm interested in seeing next year's manga sales charts, top 10s, to see what pops off this year. I mean,
JJK.
Well, JJK is always. I mean, JJK has been in the top 3.
The season 2 is already like blasting it up again.
Oh, it'll definitely be number 1 this year.
Yeah,
100%. JJK is. I mean, Blue Lock just ain't gonna keep that same trend going. And I think the only reason that JJK didn't was because it didn't have anything last year.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of anime. But I think that Dandadan's, well, at least I'm hoping that.
I'm hoping too.
Dandadan's anime really brings people over to the peak side of things.
Word for Spy X Family.
Yeah, I mean, Spy Family is in the top 10,
It
right?
sells incredibly well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen season 2. I'm so bad.
We just finished it.
Nice. Well, because I watched season 1 with my wife, but trying to get her to sit down and watch that sometimes. can be a challenge because she's doing her own thing. I'm doing my own thing. You know what I mean? Plus, she has her own shows that she does watch too, so it's rough. And then, like, for me, like, if I get into a mood to binge something, I'm fucking binging that thing. And I mean, she's down for like 4 episodes, 5 episodes, maybe in a sitting, but I'll watch fucking 15.
Yeah, no, that's not me. Not me anymore, at least.
I'll just fucking, okay, well, I guess this is all I'm doing today. And I'll just go. I
watched 1 episode of JoJo.
Oh.
No episode of JoJo. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stardust Crusaders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polnareff versus a stand that is a sword. I don't think I finished that yet. I think Stardust Crusaders loves to do the first episode introduces enemy stand user. Second episode they finish enemy stand user. Next episode introduces enemy stand user. Episode after they finish an enemy stand user. So I think I got the introduction episode down. I still have to watch the actual how they beat this guy.
Right.
There's just a dude like giving Polnareff a shave, and then the sword possesses him, and he's like goes to like slit his throat instead. Well, Polnareff opens his eyes, and suddenly it's a sword shaving him.
I didn't watch anything this week in terms of like, I went like other than obviously what I'm watching weekly.
Actually, we watched another thing too.
Oh.
And we started a Chinese anime.
Nice.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good.
Which one? What was it about?
Heavens. It's such a boring word in the middle. Oh man, it's like if God was office workers, not really. Oh God, it's so much to cram into my tiny brain.
There was one that I watched the first season of back in the day that I kind of really enjoyed. It was like this dude, I forget how he became, but he's just like, typical anime say, he's just like ridiculously overpowered, and it's like following his adventures to this like new school, whatever he was at, meets this girl or whatever. At the end of season 1, she like dies or something, and like reality's falling apart because of the enemy that he was fighting, and like the enemy couldn't do anything to him. He's like, if I can't do anything to you, I'll kill her. And he did kill her. So he like rewrote history to like bring her back or whatever, but she forgot about him.
Here we go. Heaven official's blessing. Official's like a worker official, not an official blessing.
So I looked it up to see if there would be a season 2, which there is a season 2 now, but I don't think I'm going to watch it because I found out that there's like, it's not like a ridiculously large amount of chapters. Like more than like, I think more than One Piece, but their kind of chapters are daily, and it's like 1 or 2 pages. It's like super episodic in this guy's life. It's got like, so I'm like, it's just, I don't know if I'm gonna stick around for that, but
I don't want to forget the other thing we watched, but before I even move on from this, we went into it because it looked like, ooh, gay romance.
Gay romance.
It's not awful because it looks fine. It just isn't going anywhere. It's like a dude from heaven has to go back down to earth because he like destroyed property in heaven and has to like earn the merit coins to like repay it. So he goes down to solve like a folklore issue for the people. It's
all right. So fuck that and watch Good Omens instead.
Yes,
because gay romance from a heavenly descendant or whatever, and it's way better.
I've never seen a show make heaven look so unheavenly to me.
Oh,
there's still money,
Good Omens,
bureaucracy, and
more on the incompetence side, but
the other thing we tried watching this week.
Oh, it's 3 things now. You said it was 1. Third.
No, I almost forgot until you said the word lots of chapters. And it came flooding back into my brain like trauma. We tried watching the first season of Kingdom. It is so hard to look at, dude. It is so fucking hard to look at.
What's season 1 from? How
I
long ago was
beg
that?
you to watch the first episode, just the first 10 minutes, because we shut it off.
Let's find out when
We
this
might
released.
try again, though.
It's no way it only started in 2012. I don't believe that.
Bro, it is ugly. This is not representative of season 1 at all.
This is not what I wanted. You can give me like a wikia. Let's see. My anime lists. No, Wikipedia's. There. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. When did this release? Yeah, huh? Original release 2012 to 13.
Oh, there's a movie by the same name. It's like fully coolly grunge level CGI. It's real fucking ugly.
I've seen some bad CGI from Kingdom. It's like this right here, right?
No, that looks good comparatively. The background soldiers have eyeballs. It's not bad enough. I'm not kidding you, man.
Right there?
Down there.
This?
Him. Left. That's exactly from the first episode.
Yeah,
when
that's
they
hard.
move, they look so bad. When sweat's dripping from them, they look even worse. Oh, man.
Wow.
Perfect example.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks great in this picture.
Yeah,
So,
it gets better with the
season
seasons,
4.
apparently.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
picture is. Oh, that's some that's Berserk 2014.
I wish I had a
Berserk.
picture of the armies. My god, dude.
Oh, you know what we're gonna do?
Eyelessness have never been uglier.
Bad CGI. Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god, look at that arm.
This looks like from like a PlayStation 2 game. Oh my god, look at that movement.
Finally, you can see.
Thank you.
And that's when they
gifs.
go to like look at an army on the cliffside. And he's even like, "It's our first time seeing war."
Look at the meme. Hello, Guts from Berserk. Hello, Shin from Kingdom.
They're
Equally
watching
bad.
this army of completely faceless soldiers killing each other, and then it randomly cuts back to them with a fiery background going, "Ah, this will be our lives." It looks so stupid. God, I wish I could get a picture of these armies. Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna pay mind to that. My computer's okay. There we go. I'm posting that fucking meme. Huh? Maybe I'm not. I was gonna post it to our Twitter account, but I saved the image and it seems to have not saved. But anyway, yeah, that's some bad CGI.
It's
on,
really fucking ugly. I don't think we're going to be able to suffer through it to get to the better seasons, but I want the context, so I'm not going to skip them.
Good on you for that Kingdom. I would literally have never guessed that. There it is.
Notice I didn't even try to make you guess either, because I was like, there's no way. God, it's all the good scenes. I want my faceless armies.
How do you spell that?
ESD.
Is that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm horrible at spelling.
No worries.
Yeah, no, holy shit.
Awful.
Terrible.
We could not finish half of the episode. What's his name?
Shin, yes, from Kingdom.
Shin sees war, maybe. Nope. Still just season 4 clips. Damn it. Doesn't anyone appreciate true garbage?
Apparently not.
Speaking of true garbage, did you hear all the news coming out of the Avatar live action?
No.
Oh, man. It's already getting lambasted. It's not even out yet. Because apparently there's been some interviews with, like, either writers or showrunners.
Right.
And everything they said is getting demolished. The first one that came out was...
We were talking somewhat,
we
rid of...
decided to remove Sokka's sexism because we think it doesn't translate as well over to live action. And then everyone being like, Hey, they found Aang because of Sokka being sexist and it making Katara angry, by the way. Hey, it's his whole arc that, like, Suki teaches him women can be badass. Hey, he develops out of this by the end of the first season because it's a big part of his character.
Next, it's okay for despicable characters to then be forgiven for despicable actions.
And again, it's not even despicable at that point. He
I'm
learns better,
I'm just saying that as
in general
a statement, and this is not near that, so it's not bad for someone to have bad traits.
If anything, the only way people would learn to do better is showing great examples of people learning to do better. Like, instead of just like ham-fisted, already perfect characters that defend perfect virtue. That's not realistic. There's another one, though. A new one.
A new one, oh boy.
We looked at Aang's character and the way he was side-trekking and doing side adventures, and that's nice and all, and it works great for a cartoon, but we decided to give him some more drive, so he's going to have a vision of the Northern Water Tribe getting attacked by the Fire Nation to really, like, focus his journey.
You're going to add, like, Jedi future visions to Avatar?
Which, once again, people were very quick to point out. His entire arc is he wants to be a child, and he ran away from his responsibilities.
And
because he wants to be a child.
Taking time away from said North Pole adventure is also him procrastinating.
It's him procrastinating, and he sees the dangers of that, too. He sees people get hurt because he's procrastinating.
Again, which he gets out of by the end of the first season.
Literally, people... I think the best comment people have made is like, oh, okay, they just don't get the source material. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I see why the showrunners and the original writers left. So I'm not going to watch it off of principle.
See, it's I'm just waiting for Hollywood to just literally collapse in on itself. I just want that to happen. And not even actors or some creators, but these fucking writers, man. Like, these new writers that the companies hire to write the new shows, because the ego on these people's minds that think that they can write a better story.
I think it's a 50-50.
Than what they're adapting.
I do think it's a 50-50. Because I don't think these writers would take these jobs if Hollywood didn't only do repeats right now. I mean, redos. You know what I mean? I think these are people that would genuinely want to write their own story instead. They're being forced onto a project they kind of don't even want to do.
So now they're trying to write their own story
into it. Yeah, so I think it's both of their faults. Like, not to absolve the writers, but also not to absolve the company either. You guys wanted the remake because it'll get you guaranteed money.
Yeah, because it's like, just look at all of the greatest successes of the last while, and they've all been
lightning in a bottle, shots in the dark. They're not remakes.
Yeah, like, who would think that a Barbie movie, not me, would make $1 billion?
Yeah.
It's not a reboot of anything. It's its own original fucking story.
And then right beside it, Oppenheimer.
Yeah. It's like, neither of those are fucking reboots of something. Stop ruining timeless classics to show that you have no fucking new ideas. Why don't you just retire then? Get the fuck out of the game and let new people come in and write new stuff.
Why would you take a crack at the one someone already failed at, too? Like...
Because they see how wildly successful Avatar The Last Airbender was, and they want to cash in on that. All they see is the checks, and it's not going to work. Just like how...
I'm going to vote with my wallet. I'm not watching it. I'm not even out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah, that's like... Fuck. I was looking at this. The Suicide Squad stuff that's going on right now. You know?
Oh, the game. Yeah.
Yeah, the game.
I was like, I liked the second movie, but I was like, oh, wait.
The game is getting shit on right now because it's a shit game that the company just wants to do a live service game and trying to rake in the money. And, like, everyone's saying, well, all those live service games that rake in the money have good gameplay. Like, I've seen snippets of gameplay of this game, and I'm like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the concept is fucking ass. Like, there is nobody on the Suicide Squad that is doing anything to anybody on the Justice League.
No.
None of them. It's like, oh, but you can have Kryptonite against Superman. Yeah, okay, but Wonder Woman's like, fucking stomping the whole thing.
That's
Flash,
the only one that has the easy answer, too. Literally, is
Batman
Superman.
by himself could take the whole fucking Suicide Squad. He has. He's taken all of them out individually. Harley Quinn's on it. Like, fucking Harley Quinn. Everyone loves her character.
I do like Harley Quinn, but I think they're really running it out.
And you got Deadshot. Guns don't work on Spider-Man. I mean, Superman.
Most of them.
Batman, anyway.
Most of them. Batman, Flash, Green Lantern.
Didn't you know Batman is a descendant of Wild Earp? He cannot be hit by bullets.
And King Shark. Like, come on. Come on. Oh, no, sorry. The ultimate silly one. Captain Boomerang.
Oh, yeah. What did you do? Throw a boomerang?
He throws a boomerang.
And it's like, people were like, oh, but King Shark's a giant shark. Was Batman going to do that? It's like, Batman fights, what's his face? The Croc?
Yeah, Killer Croc, yeah.
Killer Croc. And it's like, who do you think would win in that fight? My money's on Killer Croc. Right? Killer Croc is much more intimidating than King Shark.
Yes, but I put them in a similar power bracket, at least. I don't think he's got any advantage over Batman that King Shark would, Killer Croc wouldn't have, though.
Yeah. So, the premise is ass. The gameplay is ass. The fucking graphics are ass. People put this made by the same company that makes the Arkham series.
I saw it up against Arkham Knight, which came out like
2013 or 12 or something like that.
That long ago.
Side by sides of Harley Quinn, and it's like the one 10 years ago looks way
side by sides of
way
water.
better. Of everything, the lighting. It's like you have the resources, you have the assets. Just steal your own assets.
I think the worst part is just, of course, just the gameplay, though.
Oh, it's so bad.
Shoot, 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 knock up in air, shoot, 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 knock up in air, shoot, shoot, shoot. Like, it just looks so bad. They all look like they played the same, too, besides movement.
Terrible.
Awful.
Garbage. Don't buy it. Don't buy the JK.
JJK. Yes! I was just about to say it. Speaking of garbage.
As soon as, because you had sent that meme, as soon as I said it's garbage, don't buy it. I was like, oh, that was said to me earlier today about the JJK game.
Terrible.
I know nothing about it, but it looks.
I watched Charlie play it for like a while too, and it's bad.
Moist critical.
Yes.
He must have loved it, though. He loves trash games.
He does love trash games, but I could hear the tedium in his voice. I mean, there's always tedium in his voice, too.
It's just a fucking arena.
2v2 arena brawler.
That's.
I would compare it to Zatch Bell Momoto Battle on the PS2.
What the fuck did you just pull out your ass just now?
That's probably the wrong title, but the 3D arena brawler of Zatch Bell from the PS2 is the exact thing that comes to mind.
See, I was thinking just like
2v2
Ninja Storm.
No.
Bad graphics.
Nope. Way worse. Way worse. It's like 2v2 My Hero Ultra Rumble, more like.
What about the Jump Force?
Jump Force is better.
Well, Jump Force also looked better.
It did look better. It felt better. It wasn't forced 2v2. So, I mean, it moves like Ultra Rumble, where you're kind of like, instead of like that storm-focused perspective where you're zipping straight to each other, it's more like a
light run.
Like you're Sora walking through the world map. Like,
Jesus Christ.
It just looks ugly. It's super lazy, too. Like, all of the cutscenes are just like still shot gifs of the anime. There's like one cutscene they made and it was garbage. It was them remaking the end of the JJK Zero movie, just worse.
So it looks like a game that should have been on the PS2.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to put it on PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox.
In fact, I think the Zatch Bell PS2 game might look better. Oh my god, it is actually called Momoto Battles. I am a Giga Brain. What? Oh, this is the 2D one. Oh, you can kind of see the 3D one. Yeah, it literally looks just as good as that 3D Zatchbell game. No better, no worse.
Yeah, that's just a typical PS2 game. That's what I would expect from
Yeah, we've
PS2
been in
game.
this fucking problem for a long time. It's a pretty good game.
Like, listen, if you got graphics like that, I don't really give a fuck. As long as it's got good gameplay and, like...
And it sure don't.
But JJK is not something, like... You can't make it...
fighter.
It shouldn't... Oh, yeah, it should be a 2D fighter or something like that. It should not have been a game. It's not a universe that makes a good video game, you know? The certain... You know what I mean?
It's hacks all the way down. Oh, it just looks so bad. I'm trying to get like a...
It's like with One Piece, they keep trying to make it a JRPG, and it's like, I get it, but it should be like an open world exploration game or something, you know? Naruto did good with the Ninja Storm games. They knew their role. They're like, we're ninja, we're fighting ninjas.
Yeah, it really doesn't look like any better or worse.
Yeah, the trees look more crisp.
Yep, faces are going to be a little more crisp if I had a face shot. There.
Yeah,
That's
so
like,
it's a digitally remastered Zatchbell Momoto battles.
Yep. And it's $60.
Go fuck yourself. I do love that the entire comment section that you sent me was just all people saying, do not buy this game.
Yeah, railing on it. Nah, I'd refund.
That's wild that they...
Thought that was going to be acceptable.
I don't know, man. It's just like...
Stop hiring Bandai Namco. Get Capcom. Let Capcom take a swing at one of these properties, if Capcom wants to. Maybe it's beneath Capcom.
I just feel like Capcom takes themselves too seriously to take on new stuff, because like they just focus on their
own portfolio.
They got fucking Monster Hunter. They got...
Well, they need to hire somebody fucking else besides Bandai Namco. They are shitting the bed so hard.
I mean, how many other...
Get
There's so many other Japanese studios. Or just come to them...
And they just did Fighter Z. I mean, not recently, but that was like a breakout hit. I really thought they would go back to... I want to say it's Arc System Works that did Fighter Z. I really thought they'd go back to them and make another 2D anime fighter off of the back of Fighter Z.
Why don't you make like a Tenkaichi fighter?
I mean, that's just a 3D arena fighter.
Yeah, but I mean, Tenkaichi is awesome.
It works because you can fly. You're not stuck on that jank-ass ground.
True. You're right. Not any... Gojo's like the only one that can fly in JJK. And he's not really flying. He's just holding
Imagine Tenkaichi, but no flying.
Okay, yeah. That's a shit game. That's a shit game.
Make 2D fighters. Make RPGs, for the love of God. Make more Devil May Cry single-player action games, maybe.
Something.
Do it like Final Fantasy VII, the remake, where you just swap who your active party member is that you're playing as.
Well, that's something that I really hope that 7 Rebirth changes. That you're like locked in as Cloud the whole time. I want to like walk around as other characters.
Yeah.
They let you do that in certain missions in 7.
That's Red 13. Always. Nanaki.
Tifa. Master waifu. But, so, hopefully that's what happens. But, I mean, not every game can be 7. Final Fantasy 7.
No, and I don't expect the world and story to be up to there. I'm just saying as far as like a combat system, make it a single player RPG JJK game where like if I'm out at a squad for the mission as like Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji, I'm punching, I go do my ability, swap to Megumi, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a fighter at all.
You don't need to put every fucking character in it. You can just
make it the story of Yuta slashing his way through the whole Jujutsu kingdom.
Speaking of Yuta,
that JJK chapter.
Unlimited love works.
So good.
It's quite literally just unlimited blade works for his domain expansion.
I love that the swords are all imbued with the copy techniques. Yes. I also loved Suguna's face as he opened the domain too.
Oh, I don't think I paid attention. Let me open it and I'll fucking.
Well, first chapter starts out with Yuta laying down the beatdown.
Oh yes, get some more Kenjaku. Basically, actually, what happened? We've speculated what would happen when Geto died, type deal.
Yeah,
and
finally followed up on it.
I am still sad that he's like
dead
now. Well, we see Tengen goes off, and then Yuta stabs him in the head, and he's like, "I'm glad I fooled around with that guy in the end."
Right in the brain too. Thank God.
Yes, right in the forehead. And then Yuta going through existential crisis about like, should I have gone?
Did I create this situation?
Being typical Yuta. And then just going in on it too. Yuta wastes no time to go at him. Drops the sword to fucking dual punch him, to re-grab the sword to try and... Look, he went for the head too.
He's fucking on point.
This panel here didn't make much sense because that looks like a waist, but then a mouth.
Oh yeah, because he has a mouth on his stomach.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He does.
Come on, show me Sukuna just standing around somewhere. Not a back shot. Or getting punched in the stomach. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Yeah, okay.
And so he socked him in the mouth.
Yeah. No matter where I punch you, it's in the mouth.
Yeah, that's the look I was talking about. Like his eyes opening and like surprise.
Oh yeah, probably surprised me like, oh shit, this dude's
someone's
right
actually bringing out a domain right away. I'm fucking with somebody that knows their shit.
And I got confirmation. Where is it? It's after this.
Assuming the angel thing.
It's only a matter of time before he can use his domain again.
Oh yep. I thought of you when I read it.
He can't use his domain
for now.
Gojo was something.
He can't until Gege says he can.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the interesting thing is Sukuna already assuming, too, that Yuta has Angel's technique imbued into the domain.
What's Angel's technique?
Removing curse techniques. Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, he uses... the hollow wicker basket, which does he use this before?
No, someone else has. It's the Reggie did actually. It's like an old simple domain technique that they used to use.
The way he talked about it afterwards was like Sukuna. That is like where did he say it? Oh, right here. They want to keep half of my arms and mouths busy by making me keep using wicker basket.
Yeah, so he has to keep using that to make sure Yuta can't just instant hit him with Angel's technique through the sure hit effect.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, either way, Yuta's still gonna fuck him up in this thing, and Yuji's just standing there. I was like, oh yeah, you can bring other people into your domain and not hit them with your shit. Sukuna's bleeding right now too, so I'm sure Yuta fans gonna run with that.
I do hate how Gege just drops he's like, the way he drops info I just hate. Like the way Sukuna's like, and then the boy will deliver a blow that captures the soul. It's like, bro, you've only hinted he could do this, and now I'm getting the confirmation from someone who wasn't even there when he learned it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Sukuna
like I'm glad to have the information, but you deliver it to me in such a weird way, Gege.
Yeah, because Sukuna shouldn't know that Yuji knows how to do that.
And like, I'm learning Yuta will have Angel's technique through Sukuna thinking it's in the domain already. Like, yes, these are things fans speculate along the way, but it's just the weirdest way to confirm things.
Yeah, well, first off, it shouldn't be confirming everything through Sukuna. Yuta should have been the one to say...
We should have seen him get Angel's technique. We should, like, I'm not... Some people will say, like, I'm asking to be spoon-fed, but I just think it's so awkward to, like, get those confirmations from Sukuna speculating.
Yeah, no, I get you. Still that means there's hopes or potential that it's funny we're sitting here talking about
The problem with this, with just
there's
assuming...
a character in Shojo Next called Nude.
Yes.
I just got a shonen notification that Shojo Next got a new chapter. And it's like, Nude has a card up his sleeve. Read for free.
He's a zombie right now, too. But it's like, I lost my train of thought.
Sukuna feeding us information instead of other people.
It's just awkward.
It is.
Oh, it's like, it runs into this problem where it sets me up to just assume, okay, all the logical things that characters should do are being done behind the scenes. But that's not true, because they did tell Gojo that he has a fucking open domain. So I can't assume they did all the steps behind the scenes all the time.
And no one has told Yuji that Genjaku's potentially his
until
biological
Gege
member.
will say that Sukuna notices that Yuji knows.
Yeah, right.
So, it's such a weird way to confirm things.
Well, Sukuna should know something because he said something. He caught on to something earlier, and he's like, "Oh, that guy does weird things or has a nasty habit." He said that about Kenjaku, like an arc or two ago. I feel like I remember them saying that in reference to like Yuji or potentially somebody else.
Yeah,
directly about Kenjaku.
He would know, but it's still just weird.
No, 100%. It is. Also potential that Yuta could use fucking Infinity in here somehow, or like red or blue or something.
That's a lot of swords.
I don't know if he would, though, because he even said that it requires a lot of cursed energy, and without the 6 eyes regulating the energy.
If it's going to take as much with the swords already in the ground and there with the techniques.
Right. I'm amped for the next chapter to see what Yuta's domain real, because we see a few things. He does this thin icebreaker,
which was Uro's technique.
And that's really it, actually. It's the only thing he does do inside. He tries to go for the head, and Sukuna blocks it. And that's about it. And then the sword that he just used is broken, so it seems like, just like when he used Inumaki's technique against Geto, it's a one-shot thing. So how many curse techniques does he had stored in? I mean, if you count the number of swords, it's a fucking lot of them.
It's a lot of them.
I will say, so I got, quote, 3 spoilers from this chapter, but only one of them was true.
I saw the domain early.
So I saw a picture. I skimmed past it so fast, too, but I saw some words above it. So I saw this, and then something about saying it's all the techniques he's copied or whatever, but I didn't see this side with Yuta. It was just the side with Sukuna. So I thought it was something about Sukuna's curse technique that we're getting. Then I saw a notification of someone saying, "Welcome back, Gojo," and I was like, I'm scrolling so far away from, I'm just getting rid of that notification. I highly doubt Gojo's has anything to do with this, unless it's they show his body with Shoko or whatever. And then I saw another panel that must be from an older chapter that I just not remember. And some old dude sitting in a chair wearing a suit talking about cursed energy. But I didn't read it because I thought it was a spoiler. So I read half
I think that was when they were talking about cursed energy as renewable energy.
Probably.
I saw that going around this week. I don't know why.
I just saw it when
I was like,
scrolling.
that part sucked.
That's actually what tipped me off. I was like, I saw that and I just hit refresh to refresh my news feed away from it. And I was like, oh yeah, today's Sunday. I should go read the chapter before I get any spoilers. So all I saw was this half of the double page spread that had Authentic and Gojo. I mean, Sukuna with
Authentic spoiler.
Yeah. So I was just like,
funny thing though, you might actually have to deal with that a little bit less. Shonen Jump press charges on a bunch of leakers this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Arrested 2 of them too.
Damn.
I saw the JJK leaker change his name and handle. Trying to escape it. Even put out a message being like, I don't know what the future's gonna hold.
Run, boy, run.
I will say, I don't know what the original translation is from the scans, but this is my bad John Worry line of the week. Now, if I use the culling game as a basis for overwriting the originator of the ritual for merging.
Originator of the ritual for merging.
It's just like boring English. It's not bad English, it's just boring English. Overwriting the originator of the ritual for merging.
Oh, it does actually reminds me that I was right. Cutting off Kenjaku's head alone isn't enough to kill him because he's the brain.
Kept on talking. It's almost like Gege being like, nah, guys, he dead. He dead. See, ready? He dead.
Well, you would think that's what he should have done the first time, is just stabbed through the skull instead of cut off the head.
It's just sashimi.
But that means confirmed Yuta two-shot Kenjaku.
Yeah, 7-0.
It's either about to be 8-0 or 7-1.
Yeah. Sadly, my bet's on 7-1. I don't want it to be. I didn't choose this.
I think it'd be more a thing like...
You didn't choose to be the loser. You didn't want to be. There you are.
I think it's going to be like an Ichigo versus Aizen thing, is what I think is going to happen, but it's probably not going to be, in the sense that Ichigo did all of the fighting against Aizen and wore him down, but it was Kisuke's Kido that beat Aizen. It's just that Ichigo got him weak enough to get it to work. So I think that Yuta's going to get Sukuna, quote-unquote, weak enough, as in do enough damage so that whatever Yuji's going to do is going to work. But I have my doubts.
I also have one kink in that, is that they still haven't used Maki.
I don't know what she would do, though.
She's definitely here, because Yuta even mentioned, is like, should we have sent Maki to do the sneak attack on Kenjaku? No.
Because you needed Rika to deal
clean
with...
up the cursed spirits, yeah. But he was right. He shouldn't keep busting himself up about it. Whatever gets him to focus. I won't tell you what to do, Yuta.
Well, because really, I mean, he shows up. The only casualty so far is Higuruma.
Yeah, he got back pretty fast for a man that also had to fight cursed spirits after.
Well, we also don't know the time. Well, we do know the time
distance.
Frame. Well, because we've seen...
Oh, yeah, we saw Kenjaku
look at Gojo's dead body, but we don't know if that was a message sent after the fact or
no,
if
I think it's watching live.
If it was live. So I would assume live, because that would put him the earliest back to when he starts his fight with the comedian. Takaba. Then he has to go through that whole fight, then gets jumped by Yuta. So during all of that, so I don't know how far away they are, so Yuta just moved fast to get
fast.
Get to where... Or, Gege just... It's like, okay, Yuta's here now.
It's time for Yuta to be here. God, I wish I could find that animation of Gege blocking Yuta's attacks on Sukuna. It was so good.
Terrible.
He leaps over Sukuna to come in and defend him.
He does dick ride Sukuna hard.
Oh, yeah.
We thought he dick rode Toji hard. I don't know, I feel like he dick rides Toji pretty fucking hard.
He does, though. He does. I'm sure when we see Maki again, we'll see Toji again.
100%.
Sukuna would be like, she reminds me of a man I didn't know.
She reminds me of this man I sensed when Yuji was in Shibuya.
Oh, wait, I have memories of him from this body. And it just flashbacks to him. She reminds me of that guy. That random guy.
You really fucked Megumin up.
I'm a fan.
Oh my god. Please no. No.
I can feel it. Also have a couple more things to talk about, though.
Oh?
Before we go and wrap up. Did you finish that chapter of Marriage Toxin?
Yeah. I'm totally going to talk about that. Did you?
I did. I finished that one chapter.
Oh, you did. Good. Because I need to talk about the last fucking page.
Specifically the last page?
Specifically the last page. Yes.
Oh, yes, the last page. I forget.
How did you forget?
Like, whole chapter long.
Don't spoil it right now. We'll talk about it in a minute. We'll get to it. So, Marriage Toxin.
Marriage Toxin.
New manga-ish. It's got 6 chapters out, so I don't know if it was, like, just not seen.
Or it could be like Gokurakugai, where they picked it up.
Yeah. So,
speaking of over-the-top Shojo Null stuff, they are sitting on people, and the man in charge is smoking like 5 cigarettes at the same time.
I loved it.
Puts them out on a guy.
I loved that part.
On his man chair.
Yes. It's just how it opens. I was like, is that guy sitting on a guy? They're all sitting on a guy. Back.
Yeah.
And I was like, that guy's smoking 5 cigarettes. And he's got 5 smoke pillars coming out of his mouth. I love how they're all just sitting on the people like a bench, but the dude at the end of the table is sitting on them like a chair. I gotta give it props to the man chair. That's some serious squatting power.
Some squatting power, and he's getting 5 cigarettes put out on his hand, and he manages to keep doing it.
But, so, it's basically... And it's
so dumb.
I'm so reading it.
I'm probably gonna keep reading it too, but it is so dumb.
So first off, when they really got me, because this is where the pin from earlier comes out. Cute ass anime girl, his sister. I was like, wow, all right, I'll keep reading for you. And then going through it, it's like, oh, how's your marriage? Oh. He needs to find a girl to marry, or she has to find someone.
Oh, where it had me, where that cute girl has a cute girlfriend.
That's where it doubled down for me. I was like, oh yes, girl love in a shonen? What?
I'm getting a lot of representation in this, actually.
I was like, oh yeah. Then he meets a bug guy that you would never expect is now getting hitched to a totally normal girl that apparently on the inside has a bug seat.
Bugs and all.
A bug fetish. But he's an assassin that needs to get married, I guess, to continue the family line. Also, how did I miss that?
It's right on the wall in the hallway. He's looking right at it.
He is.
A picture of a buff female red panda furry with bikini on.
Is that a panda?
I think it's a red panda.
It looks more like a raccoon.
Could be like a
raccoon.
Tanuki.
I don't know. Something. A mix of it. Then he just finds this psycho bitch. And he's just like trying to kill her.
A marriage swindler, to be specific.
Yes, a marriage swindler. And he's like...
The moment I knew you like it, I'm waiting to get to that moment. There's a specific moment where I was like, yep, Thybond will continue reading this.
Oh.
Waiting for it. There's a...
Let's see.
Right about here. I was like, yep, that's a manga for Thybond.
Oh, when she
makes the crazy twists.
Oh, yes.
So he's interviewing this marriage swindler / torturing her by putting a paralyzing venom in her because he's the toxin assassin.
A minute. Hey, we're reading Sakamoto. We gotta have more assassins, I guess.
It has a very Sakamoto feel.
Very much.
Not in like the style or anything, just in the fact that it's an assassin that wants to get hitched.
And these assassins have some kind of huge network that just goes unchecked.
Yes.
But I was like, in it for the girl love, and he's like, no, I cannot interrupt this girl love. I must find a wife. Wait a minute. You there, woman, marry me.
Girl I am torturing, marry me.
If you want to live. And she's like, you don't know how happy I am to say that. Not.
Of course, there's no way in hell I'd ever marry you. Nani?
I was hoping that he would then just turn around and just be like, all right, fine, then I'll just fucking kill you. Mm-hmm. But nope, he just turns out that he's just a pushover.
And then she just like lambasts him about how you won't find someone without common interests and love and shit.
And then he just starts going off about because I want someone special in my life too. I want a happy and normal life just like everyone else. That's where it was like, okay, this is a little like
the whole
this
thing
is chapter one.
Dumb.
This is chapter one. What's going on right now?
And that part of myself nauseates me.
But I did like when he's like, decides to fight these people that we're putting on a show for. I thought that was pretty cool. He just fucking takes them all out, and it's like, oh, this guy's just not a pusher. He's like actually super good at killing his. He doesn't kill these people, but
he makes them feel.
He might as well have.
Yeah. Whereas let's just say a bunch of zeros aren't ever gonna add up to anything.
Yeah. He traumatizes them. He's like, what do they call it? It's the 300 circles of hell.
They'll be so traumatized they'll never set foot in this industry again.
I was like, damn. Okay.
The Poison Master.
I did love at the beginning of the chapter, too, when he fucking face planted right in front of the fucking vending machine.
I do love that his motivation, though, is like, no. My sister should be able to live her life with her girlfriend.
I appreciate it.
And then, of course,
the very last page plot twist.
They're walking out together and be like, they've come to an agreement that she'll help him find someone to marry.
Yeah, she won't marry.
Yeah.
But then she's like, I can't walk because of the toxin that you just gave me, even though you gave me an antidote. He's like, should I pick you up piggy style? In my arms? Bridal style? I don't know where it's okay to touch you. Or maybe we can work backwards from there. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm actually a guy. Oh, phew, in that case. What? I was like, no. Bamboozled. Swindled.
Well, you should be happy he's not marrying him now.
He might, because this woman, this boy who is... this girl who's actually a boy, I don't know. Did she say? Maybe? He say what? It's probably a fake name. A name to call this character? I don't remember.
I don't remember his name.
Blonde. His name's like Gore or something like that.
Garrow,
yeah. But they're both together on the main cover.
I can dream then. Maybe they'll just for the conflict that they need a new heir, maybe they'll just have each other's spouse like surrogate for them. That's still
it's such
the Toxic Clan DNA.
I was like, but I was thinking at the end of this when I was reading it, I was like, oh, so
I can only dream that Shonen Jump
has a boy
doubles down on the gay.
I was like, oh hey, we got some girl love for me.
Couple whose brother is in a gay relationship. I can only dream that makes it into Shonen Jump magazine.
I was like, it's the perfect manga
Maybe
for us to read.
the water. Maybe they're like, well, let's see how many LGBTQ people read our magazine. Let's just slide this in there and see how it does. Is this viable right now? Test the waters. Check. We'll let you know if to pivot to a straight relationship. Just hold on.
Well, is this person just going to keep up appearances with this? Because he's saying he's a boy, but in all of the artwork I've seen for it, dude's rocking tits.
Yeah, he might actually have like
painted nails, makeup, and everything.
So he's a scammer, though.
Yeah.
It's chicken and the egg. Did you become a scammer because you were really good at cross-dressing, or did you get really good at cross-dressing to become a scammer?
Both.
That last page really got me to say, okay, I'll read a second chapter.
I pulled up the first page of the second chapter just to see where they left off, and it wasn't at the same place, so I left it for later. But I was like, damn, you had me at girl love, but now this comedy element at the end, it's like, you got me hook, line, sinker.
Oh, no, I'm going to get stuck in a will they, won't they loop. No. No.
Yes. Yeah, you are. Well, I was sitting in the corner as always, being like, ha, 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 ha. The girl loves sales.
I am surprised they picked this up when they already have Sakamoto in the magazine and Kill Blue.
Kill Blue is fucking wild.
Is it?
In not the good way. Remember, I read the
Yeah.
first chapter. He's
Yeah.
a full-grown assassin that gets turned into a middle school aged kid. I think I only read the first chapter because
I don't know if I even opened it. I think I wanted to.
let's see. It should be in my
did not.
continue reading. Yeah, right here.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, I've read chapter 1. So that's him.
I forgot. Every time I read the description, it's so corny.
I forget what happens to him, but I don't think he died in reincarnation. I think it's like he took a drug or some. I forget what happened, but somehow. Oh yeah, right here.
Hitman Ogami faces his greatest challenge yet. Middle school?
Yeah. He gets stung by a bee of some sort and then falls to the floor screaming, wakes up in the hospital, and now he's a child. And then has to go to middle school.
Well, hopefully they're putting marriage toxin in to try to push that out.
Maybe. I don't know. But there's 39 chapters. Next chapter coming in 5 days.
Yeah.
So maybe it's popular. Oh, damn. Now it's on the front of my continue reading.
Yeah, I didn't open the chapter.
I didn't. God damn it. I don't know. I'm digging. I'm going to read it. 6 chapters.
More.
I wish there was more, but it's okay.
I can't keep reading Shojo Null and then drop this after one chapter.
Right? This has some...
Oh, this tastes like shit. Where's the good manga? Fuck out of here. Oh, keep reading the shit.
This has some serious comedic potential.
Also some serious dumb potential.
Yes. Or
There's
some
not a
serious
single
good
moment
potential.
where he mentioned that he's the toxic assassin that I thought, that's so cool, man. Not a single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to rebuke it, but I can't. There's no way.
No.
So, I'm going to keep reading it. 100%.
I'm gonna try it.
Unless chapter 2 just fucking fire bombs. You know what I mean?
I'd never date a man. Duh, I'm out. Bye.
Well, I don't think that's where it's going. Yeah, I know. But I don't think that's where it's going. I was going to talk about something else. But Kaiju, yeah, we can do that. Just to be quick. No. The next one will be a longer one. But Kaiju...
Slapped.
I mean...
I
Also,
felt that, man. I felt that.
Also went by like fucking lightning because it was one scene. The entire chapter can be summarized into one sentence. I got this. Go ahead, sir.
Which was like last chapter.
Yes.
It just finally showed Reno doing it, looking fucking cool while doing it too.
Yeah, man.
And there's
showing justice
I kind
to
of
ice
felt it in my
powers.
chest a little bit when he was like describing his life up till then, and he's like, "I met my hero." I kind of felt that.
No, I agree. It was a good chapter. I'm just saying that.
Describing being his role model and being saved over and over again. I really felt Reno on this one in a way I didn't feel Reno before. He's really stepping into his own, both as a character and as a really badass entity. There's that one shot of him lifting his hands up.
I just still find it so ironic that him of all people gets the ice powers.
Yeah. Poor white-haired boys.
November 11th.
Oh my man.
It's Gaia.
Darker than Black. No, I want to rewatch Darker Than Black, but I don't think my partner would like it. I think I need to rewatch it on my own.
Well, 2 problems with that. Scratch that, just 1 problem with that. But you don't watch things by yourself anymore.
Yeah, I should put that time into finishing Stardust Crusaders if I did watch something.
Do yourself a favor, though. Just watch season 1. Leave yourself on that cliffhanger.
Yeah, I know last time I rewatched it, I did rewatch season 2. And I still can't remember a single thing about it other than the girl has a giant sniper rifle and that one scene of Hay pushed up against a wall with a bottle of booze looking like a homeless man.
I fucking hate what they did to Hay in that. Because the middle season, the one that's like 2 episodes long.
OVAs.
Yeah, that was alright with, what's her name?
Yin.
You know, Yin. Wow. You and names, man. I never would have got that.
She's a major part of season 2.
Yes, I know. Him trying to find her the whole
Yeah,
time.
but say, though you wouldn't know if you're watching season 2 because you barely fucking see her.
Just, hey, Dark and Black just started out so strong.
And it even fizzled out by the end of the first season, though.
A little bit, but season 2 was just so... they massacred my boy.
From the start till you meet Time Girl, I think is really good. I think everything after Time Girl is kind of like petered off.
I am so far out of season with that I couldn't even tell you who the fuck Time Girl is.
There was a girl that could like rewind or stop time. Or I think she could stop time, but it like de-aged herself, or rewind time and it de-aged herself.
I think I do remember that now, yeah.
Because by the end, I think she does it to save Hay, but it literally like unmakes her.
It's unfortunate for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like the one person that knew him from back in the day, right? Yeah.
And there's one other, the one that whose contract to keep her power was to eat babies. It was to literally drink the blood of children was the condition for her to keep her power.
The worst. I'll take smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We take eating cigarettes, I mean, over the blood of children, yeah. But there's someone that had to actually eat cigarettes, too.
Well, November 11th just had to smoke them, right?
Yeah. It was a separate person that had to eat them.
That's unfortunate.
That's the worst.
I remember we used to fucking theorize that Eaton used to be Hayes' contract,
Yeah.
but to come to find out he didn't have one.
So good.
Early Dark and the Black.
Hay in his own specific Guy Fawkes mask.
Hey, maybe the manga was better. Maybe it's just like a whole anime only.
I was hoping, but the fact that it's 2 volumes long tells me they probably adapted the whole thing.
Probably. But didn't you say there was like a side manga? So
And I think that was the OVAs. I think the second season doesn't follow any manga material.
Oh boy.
I think that shows. Because if you look at this sequel series manga covers, it's all Hay and Yin and then like random bad guys. And I kind of remember that kind of being what the OVAs were.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so maybe there's cut material, because I mean Darker Than Black was a short anime.
It was.
You never really get an answer what the fucking syndicate is. No.
What was that? Oh. That was a fucking meme we used to have back in the day too about the syndicate. And there was another anime we watched that had something similar that we never got the answers to. It was something like a mech anime or something, I thought. Post-apocalyptic, fighting like giant sandworms or something, maybe.
Chrome Shield Regios?
Yes! Yes!
I'm like, what? I don't know many desert animes.
And there was a bad guy organization in that they never told us like anything about either.
I've never seen a show more obviously like have to pivot the plot than Chrome Shield Regios. Because they like lived on walking things, and they would like battle over resources. And there was like a whole like 4 episodes of like, that city's coming close, we're gonna have to fight them. And then by the end of the 4 episodes, it's like, no, that one's diverting away, and a scarier city's coming. And then after for another 4 episodes, it's like, nope, there's monsters now. Let's fight the monsters instead. It's one of those animes I wanted to like so bad.
Right. It might not be. I don't know. It's been so long since. Maybe.
I'd be surprised if you can even think of a single moment, a single still frame of this anime. I can almost guarantee you I made you watch this too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is probably...
Leifon Alsif.
Yeah. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care enough. I do not care enough to go down this rabbit hole to figure out.
You should have just looked at the screenshots.
Oh, yeah, well. I don't think that would help me remember the...
Those naive fools searching Chrome Shield Regios Season 3.
I remember this stuff. I mean, I vaguely remember it, but
Then you already remember it better than I fucking do, and I've seen it more than once.
very vaguely.
My brain just keeps going to Irregular at Magic High for some reason. I feel like he must have had like a really good no diff moment somewhere in the series.
That show is so popular, and I don't know why.
It is like the blandest thing I've ever seen. Besides that one really good moment.
The one when he kills all the people, and that when he like.
Actually, I was thinking of a different one. I was thinking of the finger snap next to the guy's ear.
Oh.
Because he's like doing a duel, and he's like, well, most of my shit like would just completely kill this man. So I need to find a way to take him down that doesn't actually kill this man. So he does like this like sonic blast right next to his ear.
I saw him like shoot a bullet through like 4 walls and kill the driver of a truck before the truck driver hit the building.
It actually disintegrated the truck.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then the guy kept flying through the air. I remember.
I saw him like from the top of a skyscraper shoot his little gun thingy. And it literally just disintegrates people and leaves a little like will-o-wisp where they were. He just murdered like a whole like room of executives that way.
Yeah, it's just boring as fuck.
And then you go back to school
then
and they
incest.
talk about how boring magic is. Because I've never in my entire life seen any property make magic so boring.
Yeah.
There was like, I think it was like a 5 or 7 minute scene where he was describing the process of levitating something from like here to your staircase. I was like, first you need to accelerate it upward and then use a ring to start decelerating it and then start pushing it this way and then decelerate it to descend it and then decelerate it so it doesn't smash where it's going. I'm like, I don't care. It turned magic into a scientific like thesis and so much worse for it.
I'm losing brain cells right now.
Like, they saw Nen being, like, this super explained thing, and they're like, all systems should be like that. Bring back soft magic systems.
We're just crazy over the top. Everything. Like Dandadan.
Yes, don't explain everything.
Which is what I was going
Oh,
to talk
hey.
about. Because we had
2 chapters.
2 chapters, because Viz Media's website is
And us forgetting.
being stupid for us forgetting, yes, but for you, I mean,
Yes.
you're not able to log in right now, which is hyper unfortunate.
It's brutal. It brings me great sadness. I won't even be able to reference them while we talk about it.
But I'll let you read it on my phone. And you can't just like make a new account, huh? Well, because you'd have to cancel the one you have now, relog into your app, because it's tied to the app, right?
Yeah.
It's just the web browser version. But Zuma is cool, man. I like
Dave's
Zuma.
Beast.
This whole Jumanji arc is honestly just kind of fun to read.
Yes. I'm digging it. Oh my god.
Excuse me. Oh my god. Oh, you got in. Did you remember your password? Keep that tab.
I've definitely
fucking
tried
open.
that password. Oh, it feels so good to be back.
Remember that password.
All the Momo fucking reaction faces.
All of them.
We've been getting so many.
Like this one where there's 12 in one panel.
That's the one I was looking at, but also like right after you get this like really Mickey Mouse like one.
Oh, yeah. This whole thing where they're like running through. You just like leave it to Dandadan to be like, oh, what are we doing right now? We're running through a ginormous maze of candy and other kinds of sweet foods.
Confectionaries.
Like I see what. No, it's probably not sausage because it's. I know there's pancakes, but like
And
there's candy canes, ice cream cones, giant lollipops. It looks
then
like
they
Kit
start
Kat
sing-
bars.
the giant chef starts like singing about things.
Yeah, and they have to go to each food that he's singing about to be safe.
So fucking cool. He comes in and just smashes. Oh my god, the great thing about paneling, I didn't even really notice that the song would matter until it smashes, and I go back to the song.
And then your once in a while reminder why Dandadan's not on the app. Fucking Momo casually getting teabagged by a fucking frog.
Yeah. Well, that's his chef hat.
Oh, is he like headbutting her?
I think so. That's the top of his chef hat.
Oh, that's not what it looks like to me. Let's be honest. Then she shin kicks the fuck out of him and throws him off the ledge. He did. JoJo's reference with the spoon from Zuma. Or.
Yeah. Ora.
It's just the artwork, man.
It's
like
fucking incredible, man. The spread of the chef coming down and smashing.
Look
is
at this,
just
like,
insane.
I don't know, is kind of a double page spread because you got the 2 panels below it into the single page spread of the chef, man. Oh, it's just like, it's too good.
He learned all of the right lessons from Tatsuki Fujimoto. The paneling lessons. How to draw the viewer's eye, how to surprise them.
Oh my god, it's
effective
just like,
page turns.
It's just too good, man.
The climbing through this like slowly destroyed candyscape.
So 2 whole chapters. I love this one when they all get on the donut together and the frog's a straight face and they're doing the little side whistle face. And then they just get up there and start sumo wrestling each other. It's just, it's so good. There's not really much going on, like, plot-wise, because it's just 2 chapters
in a
of them
conflict.
going through a conflict, but it's just, like, they're fighting over the ball, and the fucking chef
Zuma
is just,
dropping
like,
it. Or was it Momo dropped it? Yeah, because Momo was wearing his pants or clothes.
Yeah, and at the very end of the last chapter, because we didn't get one today, the frog was about to grab it, but then Zuma grabs it. So he has it, because he says got it, and it's in his hand. It shows that he's holding it right there.
Yeah.
And then
He drops it again, I'm pretty sure.
well, because it's weird, because
she starts using her powers.
she does, because you see him get kind of sort of hit by the chef, and then the arm, but she's using her Moe beam with her heart-shaped hand, so where does she have
True.
the ball? You know what I mean? Unless she put it in her pocket. And just absolutely decimates this guy's face, man. Holy jeez.
It looked so good. The way she wrapped the telekinetic arm around the fucking...
the what do you call that? The
I actually forget what to call that. Rolling pin.
rolling pin. There you go. He just like swing up there right in front of his face and just blast his face into random assortment of cookies and sweets and other sorts of treats. So good. So good. So good. Dandadan showing everyone how it's done. Why it's the peak.
Oh, it even bursts into candy.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. How his face just bursts into assortments of treats and candy.
And now you don't have to worry about starving while you're there.
True. I do wish that Okuran was in there with her. Just because
I'm sure they'll come in later.
I just love anything where, like, look, I love the extended cast. I love Gigi. Fucking Kenta's cool. Fucking I say can suck a dick. That's not a name. I say Momo. What's
Ira.
Ira.
So you don't love the extended cast.
It's just one of them. It's just I like to meme on her. She's just there.
I like Ira.
Vamala is cool. But I like it. It has a certain feel when it's just Momo and Ken. You know what I mean?
You can't have all just Momo.
No.
Ken,
Well,
yeah.
we haven't in how long has it been since, other than the beginning of this with the police station. You know what I mean?
Well, that was your that was your dose.
I guess so, but I wanted a little bit more.
I'm sure he's gonna come in later when Momo and Zuma are already like closer friends. just to get that.
Yeah, that tension.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. Just like how
What have they been doing in here? Oh,
Ken saw when he was a ghost, saw fucking Gigi and Momo
chinchillin.
fall asleep on each other.
Big Sag.
But it's okay, because we know it's no one can come between them. The note was left. Basically confession mode. It's just so good. I'm loving Jumanji though.
Yes.
Jumanji the arc. I want to see what I'm interested to see what the next trial. I
How
guess
they
you
play
could
with
call it.
different board game, video game tropes.
Yeah, or just anything, or what even is this?
It's
What do
also-
they call it? A dorami
Oh, diorama.
diorama. Thank you. It's like he got it from Saint Germain, right?
I mean,
It's fishy, but it's like okay, that's fine, but like, is
that
it,
or he got the ball from Saint Germain, one or the other.
Well, yeah, he got the ball from Saint Germain,
Yeah,
but
I think he got the
I don't know
diorama from an antique store, or from his family.
If it's not from him, then it's got to be a yokai. Because I was like, if it comes from Saint Germain, I don't know where Saint Germain draws his power from. Because he's kind of sort of on the alien side, but he comes off to me as someone that has yokai powers. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like someone that's got alien technology abilities.
Oh,
he
man.
seems more on the yokai side of like grandma.
I think I sent it to you. That door that he came in was like the door to hell. It's like in the real world door that doesn't open.
Yes, you did say
That
that
was-
to me. Yeah.
God, culturally significant. Dun, dun, dun.
So, I want to see what happens next. I'm really liking the Jumanji. I love to see
the
what
general direction. Always.
what comes after the cake party and what other games are going to happen. Who's behind the game? Is this a yokai? Is this just some kind of magical device thing they have to find their way out of? Is he going to give some? And really hoping, for my boy Ken's sake, that he gets his ball back.
I also wonder.
Because he has one currently, right? The one
I
that
think so.
that Gigi,
Yeah.
I mean that Zuma just picked up this chapter should be the second one.
I think it is. I do think it is.
Hopefully, for Ken's sake, it is.
Hopefully.
This man has suffered enough.
I also wonder if maybe Saint Germain will come in, because that's like a really easy way to fight these people without drawing public attention.
Oh, into
Yeah.
Jumanji. I don't know, because Saint Germain's like fishy, but he doesn't seem like the dude that's just gonna walk up to him and be like, "Yo, we're fighting now."
That's what I mean. He's like clearly evil. This would be a good excuse to be able to try to do it consequence free.
He's also like super feared. Who was it that said they were afraid of him? It was Turbo Granny. Yeah,
Looked all fucked up when she said it too.
she did. Maybe we'll get like an all-out fight with her and actual Granny, or Granny versus like Saint Germain, and like Saint Germain wins, and, like hurts Granny, which strives the kids to
You
go
mean
fight him or something.
Teacher Sanjo May.
What did I say?
Saint Germain, it's the same thing.
Oh,
I just brought his alias up.
oh, okay.
Sanjo May.
Saint Germain. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope we're saying it right.
I think it is, because I think it's literally just like him cutting off letters from his name. Sanjo May. Saint Germain.
Whatever. Obviously evil. You don't have eye bags like that and not be evil. Like, those aren't tired eye bags. Those are evil eye bags. You know what I mean? It's like...
Those are Gara eye bags.
It's funny, too, because that was brought up. I didn't catch it the first, like, 2 times when I was at my in-laws yesterday. My son wanted to watch The Avengers, so they put on Endgame. And, like, at one point, they had to go back in time in the movie. And Ant-Man is talking to Iron Man about something. He's like, who are those guys? And he's like, those are S.H.I.E.L.D. operatives. Well, they're actually Hydra. We just didn't know that yet. And he's like, how'd you not know that? They obviously look like bad guys. And I was like, hey.
Hey.
They do, very much so. Those are like the stereotypical like outfits that bad guys wear, just in all the tactical black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The little scruff, angry looking face. One of the dudes got some scars.
I was gonna
on
say
their
a
face.
scar.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, these guys are very evil looking. But that's a good movie. That's still probably like the best. One of the best Marvel movies is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So that's when Hydra's showcased. That's when they come out. I'm pretty sure it's the Winter Soldier. Yeah, because Civil War is different. Yeah, Winter Soldier. So good. Such a good movie.
I've still only seen Avengers 1 and 2. And most of Civil War.
Civil War is really good, too. And Infinity War and Endgame's good, too. But anything after Endgame is just like... They should have stopped with Endgame. That was their peak. But they wanted to do some more, so they did some more.
Yeah,
and now look at
never
it.
gonna stop.
And no, they're not. I mean, they're making money on it somehow. Some way. I don't understand how Disney can fund, produce, film, edit, and all that stuff, a series, and then just put it on a streaming service and make money. Because Disney Plus doesn't run ads. At least that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe I pay for it.
I pay for a cheap plan and I don't have ads, I don't think.
Okay.
Not that I've used it in ages.
So it's like their only income is from the subscription model, which when it first came out was $6. Now I think it's up to like 12, and I think they said I think I heard it's trying to go up to 20. So I was like, yeah, I think it'd be time to get rid of it at that point. I don't pay for it right now anyway, though.
I had it bundled with Hulu, but I don't think I have either right now.
I'm about to lose my Hulu because I got a new debit card and I did not update my Hulu information because there's nothing that I'm watching on it right now. I'm like, I'll get back to it when
Funny enough,
Bleach comes back.
That's where Durarara is, and I kind of want to show my partner Durarara.
You don't? I thought you owned that on DVD.
Not all of it, most of it.
Well,
Well, not season 2, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could start with season 1 if you don't have the thing and like hook them into it, and then you can go from there.
True, I mean, I have other stuff I can watch there. I still have to catch up in Bleach.
True. Baccano. Show your partner that.
That one, I definitely own all of. I'm
Boy.
sure he would love it. Just
Getting him to... Well, I mean, you
get
also...
him past the first episode of Baccano. Because it starts with that really, really... The only part of Baccano I don't like, in the way they frame it with the news guy in the future. Telling a little girl about, like, the news back then.
Oh. Well, the Shizuo moment when he punches the dude out of his clothes is in the first episode.
Oh, yeah, for Durarara. I meant for Baccano for that one. Because it starts out with,
Baccano,
like,
right, yeah.
Yeah. It starts out with the guy being like, well, this is why we have to tell the news this way. And, like, he's like a framing device. And then it goes to the story.
Baccano episode 1 is the... Because Baccano you can watch basically in any order. Other than you have to watch episode 1 first.
Yeah,
then
mostly
you could
because
like
it has
watch
framing, man.
Yeah, because any of the episodes, they jump around so much you could watch it. It's almost like it goes out of chronological order, so you could put it in a chronological order and watch it. Your number.
But that's
count would be
almost
weird.
impossible too, because even inside the episode, it's jumping.
Yeah. But it's short. I mean, it's that first episode's not a long episode, so you just get past that and.
It'll be
But you guys,
peasy from there.
You're always saying you have so much to watch too, so it's more of also
We're starting
just
to run out. I mean, we're still watching Batman Beyond though, so and now that Chinese anime.
well, signs of things you're not going to continue that Chinese anime.
I mean, we watched another episode today. We're on episode 4 now, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
it's still going though. So
Still
maybe
going.
yeah.
We'll see if we keep watching Kingdom.
Maybe to just keep.
I want to.
I don't know. Maybe the story will keep you going past it, and then you'll get to the good
I think
quality.
the direction will ruin the story. Is my
Yeah.
my fear when they were watching the war, being like, "Our lives will be like this someday," and it showed the face of soldiers fighting, and then it hard cuts back to them going, "Ah, "Yeah, our lives will be like this." I was like, "What?" You're seeing men kill each other as children for the first time. You're just like, "Yeah, this is our lives!" On a hilltop. In those dirty ass clothing. Like, that was in that same as those screenshots. When they put down the backpacks they were wearing, it was they were running to that cliff and
Yeah.
seeing war happen. And their reaction to men killing each other in front of them is, "Woo, yeah!"
Craziness. Wild.
I was trying to find a clip of it on YouTube, but I couldn't find it.
Wild. But I think that's where we end for today.
Absolutely, I think it's a good place.
Oh, do we have Chainsaw Man tomorrow?
Probably not.
Bi-weekly Saw Man.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about last chapter, did we? So that'll be next time.
7 days.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next time.
Oh, we did have a chapter that we
Yeah.
didn't talk about. You're right. But it's all right.
Next time.
Next week. But
I think there'll be another one stacking up.
yeah. Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 49.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
one.
listening. Have a good one.